Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Middleware Technologies. Today we will be looking at something on the layouts, specifically grid layout. Okay, so in our last videos we have seen how to use widgets and how to position them, and how we can vary the size of them. Okay, one constraint with using widgets is we will have to use the fixed coordinates like size and position. We will have to like give the fixed positions and values. Okay, so that is one constraint with widgets. So in order to avoid that one, like in Kiwi we have layouts. So what exactly layout does is it's basically a container like thing, like basically a widget only, but it helps in like aligning our like child widgets using the proportional coordinates. Okay, so we can avoid the fixed values in layouts, and we can like position and like change the size of our widgets in layouts using the proportional values. Okay, so so in this video let's see how we can use the grid layout, and how we can position and size our like widgets within our grid layout. So let's get started. Okay, let's first create our main file, that is let's name it grid app. So here I have defined like what is the required version of Kiwi will set, and let's import our first class, that is app, and now let's import the next class, that is grid layout. So grid layout is under kiwi.uix.grid layout. Import grid layout. So we'll be using this class, and we'll be extending our child class. Okay, so let's extend the main grid class using our child class my grid layout. Here we are not going to define anything. We'll be using the KV file to align our put our child widgets in that layout. Okay, so let's define our app class. Okay, so this will return our grid layout as a root widget. This is to run our application from the console. Okay, so let's try to run it and see if there is any issues. This will just give us a plain like empty window. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add a few buttons into our grid. So let's see how we can do that. So let me name my kv file as gridapp.kv. Let me define my version. Okay, so here we'll use our extended class, that is my grid layout, and let's add so grid layouts can be like aligned in either horizontal or vertical direction. So basically, so it will accept rows and columns as values, so that your grids will be aligned in such a, in that manner. So let's say if we are assigning the column as 1, it is going to align all your like child widgets in that layout in one column. Okay, so if we are going to define the column as 2, it is going to align all your widgets in 2 columns. In similar way, like if we have row set as 1, it will align all your widgets in one row, like from in the horizontal direction. If we are setting the row as 2 or any other value, it is going to align your widgets in a multiple rows. Okay, so for now let's see, let's align our widgets into 2 columns. Like we'll create a like grid of 4 buttons. Okay, so I'll set the columns as 2, and let's add 4 buttons. Let me name something. So this is Python. So similarly, I'll add another 3 buttons. Okay, let me name them differently. Okay, so let's run it and see how we get the output. Okay, you can see like our buttons have been arranged in 2 columns. So this is our first column and this is our second column. So we have defined 4 buttons, so it has tried to allocate for all the buttons equal size and arrange all these 4 buttons in 2 columns. Okay, so so this is how we can use grids. So basically, so grids, every layout, there are many layouts which KV provides. So every layout is has some benefits and some use cases, so it applies good for a particular application or use case. Okay, so here so we have arranged our grids using the grid layout. So let's see how we can change the text of this button when we click on this one. Okay, when we click on this button. So let's see how we can achieve that one. So for that, what we need to do is we need to capture the event on release. on release we will be changing the text of our button to Python learning. Okay, so in similar way, let's set the events for other buttons also. Okay, so we have defined the text that we want to see when we click on the button and release it. Okay, so let's see how we will the text change. Okay, so this is our initial output: Python, Java, and Django, and Bash. These are the text values. So let's see what happens when I click on the Python. Okay. Okay, something is not right, so let me check. Okay, let's open our KV file and see. Okay, so here like I have defined the text value, but this is going to be for the button, so we need to use self here, so it applies to that button. Self.text, self.text. So basically we are going to change the text value of this specific instance of button. Okay, let's run it again and see. Okay, let's click on the Python. Okay, I think there is a small correction in our KV file that we need to do. Let me show you like why it is not changing the text value. Okay, so let's open our KV file again and see what we need to change. So here like I have defined the self.text as Python learning, but this is actually a variable that we need to set, so it should be set using e is equal to. So basically this is not going to accept our KV syntax, so we are just on releasing the button, we are setting the text value to some other value. Okay, so this is the small correction that we need to do. Okay, now it's working, so we are able to change our text value to Python learning. Similarly, let's see how it works for other buttons. So as you can see, okay, there is some mistake over here. Let me check my KV file again. Okay, so there is equal to that I am missing. Okay, so here you go. We are able to change our text value of our buttons on release. Okay, so this is one thing. Let's see how we can change the like background basically. Okay, so right now like we have a gray background. Let's see how we can change this button background to some image when we click on this one. Okay, so let's see how we can get it done. So let's open our KV file again. Okay, instead of changing the text, let's see how we can change the background of this button. Okay, So I'll just comment out this lines on each button. So what we want to do is when we click on the button and release it, we want to change uh, it to an image. Okay, so for that, like every button has one property, that is background underscore normal. Okay, so let's see how we can set it to an image. Self dot background underscore normal is equal to, so I have a few images in my current directory, so I'll try to load them in place of those buttons. Okay, this is one more like image file that I have kept it. So similarly we will add it for other two buttons also. Okay, so we have tried to add the background of the button as some image when we click and release the button. Okay, so let's see how the output looks. Okay, so initially it is going to give us the text what we have set in our button. So let's see when we click on the what happens when we click on the Python. Okay, so as you can see, like we have changed the button background to some image what I have set. So let's see in a similar way what happens to our Java button when we click on this one. So it is going to show me a smile image that I have kept. Okay, so similarly this Django button, again the same image as above, and bash same image as above. Okay, so this is how we can use the grid layout, and this is something about how to set a background of a button we have seen. So yeah, so this is all for this video, and yeah, we'll take a look at some other layouts in Kiwi in our upcoming videos. So we will see how we can utilize each of these layouts in a particular use case. Okay, so we'll try to learn something on the layouts further in our videos. Okay, so for now this is all we have. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll meet up again in our upcoming video. Okay, thank you and have a great day.